Hi, I'm LaBuick. I'm here to tell you about my book, A Rude Awakening. I wrote this book from an experiential point of view. I wrote it because I lived high on the hog. I lived the whole jet set life. I've also been flat broke, so I've been everywhere and everywhere in between. And I've been lucky enough over the last 20 years to have 2 or 3 really amazing mentors that helped me get through and get to the place that I'm at now. I would say to myself, well, why me? I'm not educated to do this. I'm unchurched. I'm the least likely. But I have lived through all these different lives, through depression, through abortions, through promiscuity, through drug abuse, through everything that you can imagine, and bad choices. It just was, I knew this was something for me to do. And I would get inspiration to do it, and I couldn't leave it alone. It took me a year to write it, and it took me 5 years to get things together that would, from my experiences, that I could share with women to help them and to set them free. What about our soul? What about our heart of hearts? That we can leave it uncared for years and years on end. Imagine what your hair would look like if you left it alone for 15 years. But we do that to the brokenness and to our heart. And why do that? Why not have it whole? Why not be a whole person? You can do this. You can have Christ heal you. That's what I cover in the book, and I want to share it with you. I want you to understand that it doesn't matter where you've been, what you've been through, or where you've come from, that Christ will give you a new identity through Him, and you can discover that it leads you to a life that gives you an inner peace, an inner quietness, and a more settled feeling that you will experience only through Jesus Christ. I'm hoping that I can give you the tools to be able to get to the same position. And I want to share it with women so that they can, whatever the situation they've been in, nothing is too big for Jesus to handle. Nothing is too big for Him to get to the bottom of and root it out for you. So it's no good having this wonderful garden, but underneath there's weeds and roots and gnarly things that you're not happy with. You need to feel peace inside, a great sort of deep settling that only Christ can give you. And He gives you a new identity, and He comes to you and offers Himself. And it's just something I want to share with people. I want to share with women. I want them to be free. Doesn't matter where you've been, doesn't matter how old you are. It's there for you. And I want you to learn how to apply it to your lives and to meet those emotional areas that have never been met before, and to come to fully know Christ and to live the life that He wants you to live. So some of the chapters are in the book are, after you get into the first introduction, are Paint It Pretty, which we're very good at as women. We get, from babies, we know how to sort of get what we want by weaseling our way around people and making ourselves pretty and speaking nice and getting what we want. So there's Paint It Pretty, and it's how we paint things pretty, but inside we're really dying and things aren't really that healthy in there. And there's also Looking in the Mirror, which is God's mirror, and understanding how God sees us. And as these things came to me, I started to run small groups in my house. And then the small groups got bigger and bigger, and more ideas came, more chapters came for the book. And women were getting free. And people were going through the experiences and telling other people, and more women were coming. And so that's how the idea of the book sort of spawned, because women were getting free. They were discovering things in themselves, because we go through a series of things in the book where you're putting together your lifeline and working on how these things happened to you and when you started to feel different ways. And then we discovered that Christ would meet us right there. It didn't matter whether it was 2 years ago, 20 years ago, or when you were 2 years old. Christ meets you wherever you had these unmet needs, and so we just kept adding to that, and people were getting healed, and I wanted to share it with women everywhere. So pre-order your book today. You can get it in the physical sense, as we all know a book, or if you would like to order in a digital version, you can go to the iTunes store, or you can go to Amazon.com and order it for your Kindle. It doesn't matter how you get it, just make sure you get the book soon, because it will change your life. So don't forget to check out my website. It's patlabuick.com, and that's exactly as it sounds, PATLABUICK, and there's all my contact information, phone numbers and email, and I would love to hear from you. So check it out and get in contact with me.